I am completely disappointed because, I mean, what we told Nigerians was not what had happened in 2015.
So it was a lie.
We lied. We should admit we lied.
To Nigerians.
To Nigerians.
You deceived Nigerians.
We deceived, even though we use people deceive people, the PDP, for campaign. But of course, we were a replica of what we were accusing the PDP of.
Today marks the birthday of one of the Nigerian presidents, as the 15th president of Nigeria, as also a military head of state in the 80s, talking about Muhammadu Buhari. He is celebrating his birthday today, and many Nigerians have a lot to say, and I would like my audience to say a word of prayer for our immediate past president, Muhammadu Buhari. But, you know, as people continue to say that may God, perfect his life the way he perfected Nigerian economy within the last 8 years. Let's take a listen to what Lalong said about the 8 years of Muhammadu Buhari, how he was held hostage by some individuals, from information reaching out to him.
Buhari was also used and done.
Who used him?
Buhari's charisma was needed at that point in time by the political elite to eliminate Jonathan. And shortly after Buhari had taken over power, these sets of political elites emerged and hijacked government. And Buhari was a stranger. I can say this at any point in time. Buhari was a stranger in his own government. And I can corroborate this because I went to see the president in 2020 when I was out of office. And I told him, Mr. President, this wasn't what we told Nigerians. And that I have conscience. We campaigned and convinced Nigerians. When I look at the type of investment the common people put in our government, and here we are today with insecurity. When we came in, it was only the Northeast. As at 2020, I told him it was not possible to even travel from Abuja to Kaduna. And I dared him. I said, Mr. President, if you disbelieve what I'm saying, or what I was saying, please, roll out brigade of gas now, and I join you. We drive from Abuja to Daura, and I promise him that if bandits do not attack him, I will go and die in exile. I briefed him about the security situation, about the hardship, and to be very fair to the president, he expressed surprise, meaning from my own judgment, some of the things I said were things he was hearing them for the first time. But I'm not surprised that such has happened. Because even when we were in government, it has happened. It was me who, even at the Federal Executive Council meeting, that informed him when the DSS and EFCC were trigger drawn in Asokoro here for 3 days. They held the entire environment hostage, and the president didn't know. It was everywhere on the press, print media.
But the president, the Buhari that we saw, is usually with newspapers. We saw him reading the newspapers. Maybe they gave him a different newspaper.
Well, those who had such knowledge had actually claimed that his newspapers are different. But from this particular incident where the president was in Nigeria for 3 good days, and we went to the Federal Executive Council meeting, and I was expecting the issue to have been on the agenda, the first thing we will look at. And until we finished our meeting, it was not there. I had to introduce it through AOB. And the president was completely in confusion, listening to what I was saying. And at the end of the day, we even left without any closing prayer because he was visibly angry. And when he left, on my way to my office, I saw those 2 agencies under his office, directly under his office, holding a complete community hostage for 3 days because of whatever their interests they had. And the president didn't know. There was no security to his table. The national security advisor could not inform him. the so-called courtiers and veranda boys, none of them, thought it wise to save his image and integrity to inform him.
So there was an overtaking of the Buhari government under his watch.
For me, Buhari's hurricane, Buhari's integrity was needed. It was a political bite needed to eliminate Jonathan and his government. And immediately that was achieved. You could see.
So this is, to me, a treasonable offense. Who are those people? David Hunde made this statement on X some hours ago, where he said that of what interest is the person holding information or releasing a doctored newspaper to Mr. President, as well as who could that person be? Is he a Nigerian? Is he a foreign entity? As in, why all of this? But somebody made a comment, and was like, but this is just like to excuse Buhari of his failure. I kind of agree with the person, though, but not wholly. And that was because when you look at those people, like when this current administration now comes to an end in 2027, you will hear things like Tinubu's government was hijacked, there was sabotage. That was the reason why he could not materialize, his plan for Nigeria, which we have seen a failed plan for the country in the first place. So that is why I said I may tend to agree with him to an extent. But then, let's ask ourselves a very simple question here. You put those people there, and you should be able to perceive the country and the direction at which the country is going. If you make a policy, you should be able to perceive. You must not read newspaper to know what's going on, right? I can't remember the last time I come across newspaper to read, just once in a while, except electronic media and all of that, But let's come to think of it. While will the president haven't stayed for complete 8 years, not being able to detect or understand what is going on within his circle. So I'll leave this to you at the comment section. At long I've said that Buhari was used and dumped because of his charisma. According to him, he said some political elites hijacked the government from his hand because he has the charisma to take away power from Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And here we are suffering and whining, and dying as well with Bola Ahmed Tinubu policies that are of not use to the good people of Nigeria. Let's have this conversation in the comment section. Thank you for watching.